Have a strong craving for pizza? Then in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to whip
Oh my
up a
gosh.
carnivore style pizza that will knock your socks off. Simple, easy, and delicious. Sizzle, serve, yum. Feel free to screenshot this so you'll know exactly what to pick up from the supermarket. Some really simple ingredients here. We've got, of course, some Parmesan cheese crisp. Whatever you have on hand, that's what you're going to use. I got mine from Kroger. And this is what's going to help to almost make it like a breading type of crust for your pizza. I also got this pizza sauce in case you are keto. You can use this. I'm going to be splitting this pizza with my daughter. And as you can see, it does say it's keto friendly in the back. And I wanted to show you, I bought this one specifically because it was the least amount of sugars that I could find. Yeah, I know. It's 4 carbs, but you know what? This is what I could find. And without it having like a ton of processed sugar and stuff in it. Also, I got this cheese. I use this often. This is the Sargento whole milk mozzarella cheese. You don't want to get the 1%. The full fat is what you're going to need. I also got 2 chicken breasts that are thinly sliced. And I got 1 egg that's hiding back here. This egg is going to help you to be the binder to your Parmesan cheese crisp. So do not miss this step. And then, of course, I've got my pepperoni. No judgments here, guys. This is what I could find, and this is what I eat. So those are all the ingredients that you're going to need for your pepperoni pizza. So let's get started. To save some time and some dishes, I went ahead and I cut my chicken breast thinly on this stainless steel sheet. I did this because I was just trying to save a few dishes, guys. But if you want to use your wooden board, that's fine. After I've finished cutting them into thinly sliced pieces, I then start using a mallet to flatten it out. The whole purpose of using the mallet is so that way all of the chicken can cook evenly when you're cooking it in the pan. I only go over it about once or twice to make sure that the thicker parts of the chicken is flat and even so it can cook evenly and it will cook faster. Okay, so once I have my chicken breast ready to go, I just go ahead, I pop them in a bowl, and I put just a light coating of garlic powder on it, and I coat it on both sides. I don't add any other seasonings because for me, I just want it to taste like more of the Parmesan crisp, and the pizza sauce also is going to give it that taste. As you can see, I'm using a special pan here. It doesn't require any oil. So it's also going to be great for non-stick purposes. I've used this pan for well over a year and I absolutely love it. So I'll put the link in the description for you. And I'll also have a link in the description for a similar pan as well if you don't want that one. Okay. So as you can see, I'm just placing the chicken breast spread out throughout the pan so that way it's not crowded. And then you can already see the pan was hot when I first started it, but it is starting to cook already. Okay, so while we're waiting for our chicken to cook, you can go ahead and put your Parmesan crisp in a Ziploc bag. You want to make sure you're eliminating all of the excess air from the Ziploc bag so the bag does not pop open. Now, you could use a mallet like the one that I'm using right now, which is from KitchenAid, or you can use a hard cup to flatten your crumbs out. And I shake them up really good because sometimes they do stick together at the top here, but I just kind of move the bag back and forth, and those are the breadcrumbs, as you can see. All right, I place all of those breadcrumbs that are slightly crushed up in a bowl. And you're going to need to do this because you're going to add 2 more ingredients to this crust. Once you've removed all the breadcrumbs, you're going to now add your 1 egg. You're going to go ahead and just crack it in there. Some people choose to mix it up beforehand, but I like to leave it as is. And then what I do is I finely cut up all of my chicken and then I place it in the bowl and I mix it. During this process, you might be thinking, maybe I should add another egg. Don't add another egg because then you're going to get what's going to taste more eggy than anything. All you have to do is just continue to mix this up and then place it on a parchment paper on the stainless steel pan like I had mentioned earlier. And you're going to want to flatten this with your hand as much as possible because that's also going to help the crust to also cook evenly and crisp up on the bottom. I like to make mine into a perfect little pizza shape. Looks like a personal pan pizza, but honestly, this can feed two people right here. Or you can save the other half for maybe lunch or dinner. Once you're done with your pizza crust, all you have to do is pop it in the oven for 400 degrees for up to 10 minutes. Once you pull this out, you're going to have to flip this. Now, there's two ways you can do it. You can try to flip it like this if you get some help and just flip it on the opposite side, or you can just take the crust like this out. Notice that I have another parchment paper here and I am going to attempt to flip it. Almost got it. Almost got it. Um, and it takes a little bit of time because remember that pan underneath is hot, but all you have to do is just peel off that second piece of parchment paper and then you can go ahead and make sure the bottom part of the crust is crisp. If you look in the center, it actually looks like it still needs to be cooked. But you will know it's cooked once it kind of browns a little bit on the top. So we're going to pop it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. And yeah, we'll just wait our 10 minutes and get our toppings ready. But this is how the crust looks after it's cooked. You can see a difference. Now we're going to start putting the toppings on. I'm going to put on this pizza, half of the pizza is going to have sauce. That's for Alyssa. She wants that part. So I'm going to give her plenty of sauce. And then I'm going to get the toppings. So I get a handful of mozzarella cheese and I'm just going to sprinkle it on there. And I'm going to also pat it out before I add more cheese, just so I won't have too much cheese. I want a nice balance. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm now going to add my pizza toppings. I like the pepperoni. She likes the pepperoni too. So we're going to add just a little extra. And then we're going to pop it back in the oven for another 5 to 10 minutes. As soon as it gets crispy and you see those pepperonis curling up, you know it's done. And here we are cutting through the pizza. And oh my goodness, look at this cheesy goodness. Very easy to make. So this is perfect if you're having that craving for regular pizza, but you still want to maintain carnivore. Look at that cheese. So good. All right, now let's give it a try. Oh my gosh. Stop the press. As you can see, our carnivore pizza was a success. You can simply split it down the middle, and this is enough for 2 meals, and I'm telling you, it is going to satisfy that craving. You are going to absolutely love this pizza. It is good. If you liked the carnivore pizza, you are going to love the chicken tenders and the beef bowl recipe that we have here on the channel. Make sure that you're tapping that screen where it says watch next so you can see us in the next video. Take care, my friends.